I'm not like somebody that doesn't come to work. I come to work every day.
Yeah.
I'm someone that put in overtime.
Yeah.
So like it's not like I don't do my job. I ask for a week. That I have enough PTO. Like I really have 110 hours of accumulated hours of PTO.
Mm-hmm.
Not because I haven't tried to use them, they won't let me use it. No, it's like, every time I try to use it, they won't let me. So it's like one of those things where alright. So like if I really gotta go like not come to work, like I generally have to like risk a point at that point.
I feel on that, bro. Like I feel like a lot of the times, you know, people that like, cause I was a manager of places before too. Mm-hmm. So for me, I'm like, the people are the most important because without them, you wouldn't have a job. Mm-hmm. So, the manager's there. When people get confused, the manager's there to make the employee's life easier, not the other way around. Mm-hmm. A lot of people get that switched up. Like, but whenever I was a manager, I always try to give my people good, like you said, as long as you give me it 2 weeks in advance, bro, that's my problem now. That ain't your problem. You got 2 weeks in advance, that's cool. That's more than enough time for me to figure something out.
Definitely.
And then, like you said, it's just lazy.
Yeah.
You know, if you can't figure it out, it's just lazy. They don't want to do it.
It's not even that they can't do it. It's like they don't want to.
Yeah, they don't want to because they'll be like, man, this is gonna suck. I'm gonna have to pick up the slack.
And they'll like argue with you about like, oh, why I have to come into work. And it's like, well, I'm sorry, but my family kind of needs me, and I'm sorry they're more important to me than you.
Yeah.
And it's like they won't even.
Isn't that funny though?
Stuff like family.
It's funny though, cause like arguably you see more people at your job than you do your family. Because you're like, you know, you're supporting your family, you care more about them, but you see your coworkers and your people more than your family, you know. But family is always more important than any job or whatever. So that's why I like working for myself.
Yeah, just like I literally.
The goal, I think the goal for any human being, like if you like know a little bit about this being an adult in general, I feel like the goal should be for you to work for yourself and you to become self-sufficient. Yeah. Like there's too much things to take in a chance when you're working for yourself. Number one, what if you don't have to be a boss?
That and not to mention, like I hate to say it, but like in businesses, people are always thinking of you as replaceable.
Exactly.
You're always replaceable. You can find you're an employee number, bro.
You're an employee.
Yeah, you got when you clock in, like when you clock in, right?
That is who you are. You are that.
Yeah, exactly, right. Right. So like for me, I'm like, if I leave or quit, they're gonna find someone to replace me real quick. Yep. Because they don't want to be inconvenienced by one person leaving.
This is why we, for us in TES, this is why we do things the way that we do. TES is not Zachariah bringing folks in to help make Zachariah. No, it's for all of us coming together to grow our own kingdoms and empires. Because leave it up to whether it be these jobs, whether it be I'll say this, I don't want to be one of those ones that completely shit on the government, because I know that they do a number of different things with each other. But if I leave it up to whoever the powers that be, whatever those powers are, I tell you this, there's a whole lot of shitty situations that's going to come about. And quite frankly, whether it be, again, the government, the jobs, society, no. We're going to go through and we're going to take a little bit of power into our own hands. We're going to, whatever it is that we're trying to do, we're going to get some of that. It may not be perfect. We may not be, again, I don't know. We may not be able to get everything, but I tell you this though, some shit like being able to go out to Atlanta, that's going, pause. When I was putting in that PTO, and I told folks this in office, when I was putting in that PTO, that wasn't me asking for permission. That was me giving y'all a note.
See, I'm telling you, I'm going.
Dead ass.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going.
Yeah, that was
dead ass though.
Yes.
Like,
because for and of course, you know, in terms of the rationale, again, we already mentioned the rationale. But it also, I'll say this, again, we can relate, because I don't call out at all.
Yeah.
I was that's why they made me.
You're a good employee. You're a good worker. Yeah.
In which, bro, listen, I don't know. I could go all up and down, you know, about all the shit that I was doing for them or whichever. But it is because of that, and also seeing some of the bullshit that's going on, the mismanagement, you know, by the managers, the people who were supposed to be. I don't look up to these niggas, but the people that we're supposed to be, looking up to, whichever. I'm seeing that y'all on bullshit. And also, I'm seeing this, either one of two things. Either y'all are on bullshit and y'all are like the folks actually pulling strings.
They're literally just like me employees. Managers are literally just
Oh no. Oh yeah, and that's what we had a conversation about as well. It's either y'all are on bullshit and y'all are like solely irresponsible, or y'all are just, I hate to say puppets, but as much as we're supposedly numbers, y'all are fucking puppets.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and like they're supposed to be setting the example. So like, how are they gonna tell you to do something when they can't even do it themselves?
Or, let's be honest, like what if you have like a manager, and I'm pretty sure you guys know this well, you know, you work in some place, where it's like you know more information than a manager, but this manager is still demanding respect. You get what I'm saying? You know more, you do more. Like, let's be honest, if you're looking at it from like an objective point of view, you have more value to the company than this manager does.
Yeah.
Like, for some reason, because this manager, I don't know, knows how to do payroll, they deserve to get paid more than you.
or perhaps they happen to be, and I don't care how this sounds. I know for the folks who like are
You
in
know
this.
those brown noses?
What?
Those brown noses?
Oh yeah, I was about to say. What's the right term? I guess politics, or someone happens to be a work wife of someone else who is supposedly up there and all that other sort of jazz.
Teacher's pet.
Yeah. I mean, shoot. I guess so. Listen, I don't care what the damn person is. I know who the person who I have in mind. I think you know the person who I'm talking about. I know this. I'm not gonna hold you. Listen, I'm being very indirect, but I'm very tempted to just go through and just throw names.
I know. I can sense that.
So,
I know. I thought you were like. This was like, oh, don't do it now.
I tell you one thing. You know what? I tell you this. This is because I know this, right? I'm still trying to play it cool. I'm still trying to secure funding for the businesses. I'm not just trying to take off from. Let me say this. I'm not trying to slide off, but if some shit happens, I will. If that makes sense. Like meaning like I'm still gonna use this time to still plan for the business, like, you know, still make these moves or whichever, right? You know, just whatever. Do whatever little easy task while also, you know, doing my shit. But if for whatever reason it's one of those things where it's like the PCNs keep racking up, or what's one? Because I know there's a particular TL, and I'm gonna talk a little bit more indirect. Whenever it is my boys Kelvyn and JC come by.
Say their name.
Yeah. I'm tempted. I'm very tempted. Whenever it is that we're in coaching, that's one of the things they bring up. They're like, hey, you guys take credit card information, blase. You know, they're not. I guess they don't have. They're not skilled to take credit card information, so that's like a breach. No, here's my thing. I get what they're saying. The fact is, I don't care. That's the problem.
I have a job to do, and I'm doing my job.
And
stop competing on my progress and doing my job, manager.
and not only that, though, but like when they're coming by, like it's not like I'm taking credit card and they coming by still trying to watch. No, they'll see me on the call and they'll spin off. Or whenever we're talking because I ain't on no call.
Yeah.
Bro, here's the thing. I'm not even. I ain't even about to do all the back and forth whichever to justify why they come. No, not whatever the fuck. All right, cool. And then also, I'm not gonna hold you just in the same way how I pulled up to this big play. I do be pulling up to work late. And I'm gonna say this.
You pulling up like, oh, what time you coming? Like 9 o'clock. Oh, me too.
like 9:30.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm supposed to.
9:30.
Like I'll be.
I think it was 9:30 when we both came in that day.
Oh yeah, you did shit. Damn right. That's I
What time you here? 9.
The amount of times I had to change my schedule is crazy because I moved it from 9 to 9:15 to 9:30 to 10.
9:15 is crazy.
Yeah, bro. Dead ass, man. Because bro, and I know that may be I think that's gonna be one of the reasons why I mess around and get those peaks and win. But at the same time, though, again, I'm not worried about it's how should I say the thought of being like it's definitely gonna be tough. I'm sure whenever it is that I walk away or whatever it is that happens. But how should I say like I see like whenever it is that folks talk about like their jobs, like I don't know, there's like this. Not necessarily like coming from a I really want to keep it, but it's coming from a I fear losing it.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm like, oh yeah, nah, I'm not in that particular boat, you know. Especially me knowing that the reason why I'm probably coming in late is because I'm going to sleep late. The reason why I'm going to sleep late is
Because I'm working on my dreams late. You know?
Yeah.
So I gotta come to this bullshit in the morning, so I can't get to my dreams when I want to. So you think I'm just gonna sacrifice that?
I can sympathize. I work for a pretty corporate environment. I only work like a couple of days a week, so I do the rest of the stuff here at the jungle. It's review season, like for like performance evaluations and stuff. They do it like once a year, you know. So I was joking around with my manager about it, and I was like, oh man, I better see all, you know, exceeds expectations on everything on my review, you know. And he's like, I ain't hear much, but when I'm here, I put in that work and everything. I was joking around, and he turned around and was like, yeah, I doubt any of y'all will be getting exceeds expectations on anything. And he said it really seriously, and then I looked back at him, and I was like, yeah, because we got such great examples for it.
Oh my God. There you go.
Oh damn! Oh man!
My man shut up after that, bro. He shut up.
Some of them love to go talk crazy, but it's like, what do you think I'm learning these bad behaviors?
Yeah.
That's a
like,
walk.
It's like, yeah, because we got such great role models here, don't we?
That was a slap to the face.
I'm not gonna hold you. That was too quick of a punch. I'm not gonna hold.
Yeah, straight up. Because I was joking around. He was the one that wanted to take it seriously and shit. So I was like, yeah, well, you ain't gonna be serious about it? I'll be serious about it.
Jesus.
I'll be serious about it.
He said, murder it! Murder it!
Yeah.
Damn!
I'm not gonna hold. That was
That was intense, but like you didn't even say it intense.
I'm not wrong though. I wasn't
not
wrong
wrong.
because like they lazy, bro. Like just like anywhere else.
That's
you know?
why it hit the most because you were speaking facts.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
Why.
Well, he was speaking facts, so I was speaking facts.
because tell me because this is my because and as you were like explaining it, I was like because like you know how like of course being in the office like they like folks joke often about that or whatever like yo don't fire me or like and I was like oh shit. Cause I'm seeing you sit like in my head. There's like two visuals. There's you telling you hit him with a fucking punch with that one, and on the other side, I'm also seeing like folks like sort of make like a half joke, half like their serious sort of kind of statement, and then play it off of like, oh, I'm just joking or whichever, and then like.
Yeah, but I mean, you talk about people's money, bro.
Throw sticks and hide hands.
You talk about people's money, man. You talk about people's life.
Man said, finish him.
Exactly. If you want to make jokes about it, I'll make a joke of your life if you want me to.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, all right, bro. I mean, for me, it's like I work there because of the benefits, bro. Like, I can afford to pay myself a good amount of money, but I work there for the benefits. I got stock, I got all that. But yeah, when he said that, I was like, you didn't just let me say that shit to me after all the shit I do for you. Because he be asking me questions. And I'm like...
And then when I turn around like, he shooting, I was like,
what?
Figure out who you are.
You don't know how to do this? Oh, that sucks, man. Sorry, you can pay the big bucks, though. You get to deal with all that.
Oh, man.
I mean, you should know. You get
you get paid a lot. You get paid more than me.
Figure it out.
Because like I was going for management at one point, and a lot of things happened in my life where I was like, you know, I don't want to do management no more because I just see the way that people get treated, you know, by even people above that, and like it stems from the top down. So like for me, like if the managers treat their employees like some type of way, that means they're getting treated the same exact way, you know, and that top down. So like that's how the CEO is, you know, and then he's treating his people like that, and then these branches treating that branch like that, and so on and so forth.
It's crazy you said that. I actually got an example. So remember I told you guys, I just recently switched over to another company.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say the name, but I'm pretty sure everyone in here knows the infamousness of this particular company where we work.
I damn near wanted to say the name. Shit.
I was there for a year, and for example, when I talk about mismanagement, that is mainly the place I talk about.
Yeah.
Like that. But it's weird because I told you guys I was an assistant trainer, right? So there was one day that there was this one agent.
Yeah.
The corporate, they wanted like just like an example of like what the problem is going on. She was like a perfect example. So we brought it in. I as much as like we like to talk about the managers and stuff, like you have a good point. A lot of times like the fish rots from their head down. So a lot of times if the management is shitty, their boss is shitty, and on top of that, their boss is shitty, and then the client is safe. It's like you working like depending on what companies you work for. If you have clients, the client is shitty, and boy, this client is shitty shit. But when I tell you, we're literally trying to figure out what's going on. Me and the main trainer's right there. These two people, representatives of this big company, and it's a pretty big company, it's not a small company, are literally, well, I remember if someone, Steve in accounting would have done that, and it was like, well, this, and we're just sitting there looking back and forth. Me, this trainer, and the agent that we brought with us, are just looking, and it's assuming about it, we're just looking at the, like, just watching it.
So they're
just pointing fingers at each other. I'm like, bro, this is a
blame game.
This is $1 billion, $1 million business. And then we're wondering why, like, our managers, like, let's be honest, sometimes, I'm not sure about y'all, but like running around with like the chickens heads up, or they'll say one thing and they say no. By the end of the day, they change their mind. It's something else.
Yes, it's mismanaged. It's mismanaged from the top down. That's exactly why. And it sucks that's why I didn't want to be management. Because I'm like, I know how they get treated, and they wouldn't like me because I tell them how it is.
Exactly.
What I don't like. A lot of these people just, you know, a lot of people just want to say what they want to hear. You know, just to keep, like you said, keep their job if you're losing it or whatever and stuff. But for me, I'm like, I have nothing to lose, man. You know, like, I can tell you how it is, good or bad. You know, and like so, like most managers don't want to hear if it's bad or nothing, right? Like, I mean, yeah, but. You gotta tell how it is, because how are you gonna make the business better if you're just, you know, a yes man all the time? You know, you're saying like, oh, you know, you're gonna lie to them about something? Like, oh yeah, everything's kosher over here, you know, we're good.
Meanwhile,
even when it's not, it's like, hey, by the way, I'm doing like 6 people's jobs, y'all ain't doing yours, you know, and then like you put that extra work on me of your job that you're not doing on top of the shit I already gotta go on. So it's like, but yeah, everything's cool.
Everything's cool for them.
Yeah, everything's cool for them, right? Like I get it, and like I said, the stress just gets passed down the branches.
Pretty much it is like hot potato with stress. It's like here, stress for you, stress for you, and it's like they don't want to deal with. I'm not gonna say it, it's too general. It's because we all know like the idea of like a pecking order, right? It's like everyone has a certain role to play. That's another thing I realized, like, everyone a lot of times thinks they're the star when they're really meant to be players. And we're all meant to be players. Like, what's that, like, a lot of basketball players say, you want to be a star in your role, right? I realized that everyone wants to be the star, but everyone wants to be, like, almost in the house. It's like, people people generally aren't able to master one thing, right? Especially when you're speaking to managers. What is one thing that you have to be as a manager?
You have to be good in a whole bunch of different things.
Communicate, right?
Communication.
I'm not sure.
It's like the number one problem with people nowadays is communication.
And that's a people issue. That's not just a manager.
Yeah.
Pause. I was about to say, going back to what you like when you mentioned that meeting. it's weird as hell because like I remember the first time that I damn near threw out a name, but I remember the first time that like I seen like the TLs like have a conversation, and like it was weird as shit because we were being trained for level 2.
Yeah.
One of the TLs came in, asked the other to like I don't know something with plot and schedule. Right, it was and it's weird because I don't know if other folks pick up on it, but to me, like it's funny because there'll be times where like I'll be like watching something go down and like say like Negra, she'll be like Zach, why you like she'll be like hey yo why you? I'm like yo I ain't gonna hold you like I sort of like because like I sort of like see something beyond that situation like I sort of like I'm like I could see the dysfunction there. Like I could see, I may not even know the specific examples of what happened to cause y'all to talk like this to each other, but I almost can see it going down. I'm like, I'm not gonna hold you. You sound like this person really did this shit a number of different times, and I also see on the other side, I'm like, you sound like on your side you had a heavy burden too. Like I'm like no, this ain't good. I don't. And then not only that too, but because folks' communication isn't there, so they either not are going to articulate that, or they don't know how, or they're going to do it the wrong way and cause other problems. And it's like, oh shit, I'm like, yeah, this is gonna go way back. I don't know, but.
Let's be honest, like, and if a lot of times you look at it from the outside point of view, you can see, like, it literally, like, almost like, you can see it happening, and you can see it, like, okay, the seeds are planted. Like, it just takes one person, like, you're in the office, right? You just takes one person being like, hey, this employee doesn't think this manager is doing a great job. Depending on where you work, especially where we work, they're gonna fuck up. People talk, people all this time. It's the way of the nature of the business we're at.
Yeah.
So
the way of the
always talk. And I literally had problems with a particular. Actually, let me just take out this story. So
story time.
I'm good.
If so, you guys, it's a lot of y'all first time meeting me, but if anyone, a lot of people know me. A lot of people know that I'm not very good at holding my tongue. Also, when I don't hold my tongue, I'm not gonna cuss you out. I don't need to say bitch, motherfucker. I'm just gonna analyze in the session. I'm gonna tell you exactly what I think about you and your current position.
Oh Lord!
I'm terrible with it. I've been told I shouldn't be as that person. But
God damn, y'all! I was about to say y'all too. Y'all are some, and I'm glad y'all like this. So y'all are some. Man, listen, Lord beware when y'all get pissed off or somebody comes with something, man.
Yeah, it's usually like a little tank that you have to fill up, and because I like to think I'm pretty easy going. Like after a while, like you keep it,
messing around.
Like just keep scratching. Eventually I'm gonna bite. It's one of those things. It's like I don't know if you think this is like you gonna keep scratching me forever, and that happens, right? But there was. I'm trying to still.
Yeah, it's all good.
Okay, so there was a manager, and this manager was, I don't know if it still is, but wasn't a defendant. I may have told someone that I don't think that person, he's a very nice person, well, comes off as a very nice person, but it's one of those things where, like, he is the program director. It's okay what I'm saying, I don't know if you should find out.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. I told him that I think he's he tries to play too nice. He's one of those guys that like, just because of the way he is, everyone will try to talk to him, try to get their way with things directly through him. And like he kind of like listens to everybody, he takes the time for everybody, which is, but as well as a manager, speaking management, you need someone like the middle person that deal with the complaints of the staff. Like especially if you're the program director. You got people you really should be talking to, like the client.
Hey. You got supervisor. You know who you are, my boy.
I'm done. I'm done.
Oh. I wish you was my supervisor. I'll tell you that right now. But I told him that I don't think that he's how do I say it? I don't think he has enough asshole in him to get leader. Because I also think that's part of it too. Is like part of being the leader is being able to, you know, turn off the people person and be able to like tell someone, you know, if you don't do your job, you're fucking out of here. Some people just don't have that in them, and I feel like you need that as a person. And long story short, he found out. He didn't like me for a certain period of time.
But I bet you this, he didn't come and say that, which proves your point.
They never do. The thing is, they all, like, I don't know how you guys are, like, in most situations that I've had, quote unquote, heat with people, I never found out from the person.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm always finding out from like
Scared.
someone else, and I'll find out like days later, and it's like, well, this person said that on Wednesday.
No, that is more prevalent than you think, bro. Especially with people that are like higher up too. Like they'll, you know, me being me, you know, telling people how it is. You know, this guy came in, he was part of loss prevention and stuff, and was talking to me about, you know, processes and everything. And you know, I was talking to him about stuff, and then like 2 weeks later, my manager comes up to me and says, "Oh, by the way, you know, this guy said that you told him that, and he didn't like that, and all that." I said, "So he sent you to tell me? Why couldn't he just tell me right then?" And he was standing right here, and she's sitting there. She's like, "I don't know." Like, I don't know. I'm like, that motherfucker was standing 5 feet away from me,
here, bro.
talking to me face to face. If you didn't like something, fucking tell me about it. Most of the time, I'm be like, "All right, man, you got it, bro.
You won't
fucking tell me now."
The ones that shake your hand.
Yeah. Says, "Oh, hey, how's your day going? You know, you doing good? And then they go like, "All right, now tell him that he's doing something wrong." You know, it'd be like all that, and I'm like, bro, tell me. Now I'm not gonna listen to you at all.
He's my.
Like, you expect me to respect you after that?
No.
I think is folks don't know how to, like, they don't. How should I say? Of course, folks are scared of confrontation. I don't blame them.
That's true inherently, yeah.
But folks also don't know. Like, say for instance, right? Because I'm not gonna hold you, especially especially the points in times where I'm like, all right, yo, I gotta go and like let them know that they're not doing it right. I think they don't know how to put it in a way as to whereas it doesn't escalate, right? And I don't know, maybe it's, I don't know. I'm sure there's a whole bunch of different reasons and rationales as to why. There was something interesting that you said about how that particular person, he, she, whoever, they don't just have that up in them to go through, to essentially do what needs to be done.
Essentially say no to a certain people. Like, you have to say no. Like, I don't want to hear your stop story. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that.
And just say it to them directly.
Exactly. Just say it to them directly, and they'll tell them like, I don't want to hear a sob story, or like, hey, talk to the other people that are under me that really I put in place to hear your sob story, not me. Right? You're the program director. You should be talking to the client. You should be going ahead and ensuring that we extend our contract instead of wondering why. Oh, are we even gonna have a contract by the end of the month? No, you should be focused on that, not focused on her crying about I don't know what.
About whatever the hell.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Like, I understand certain people in certain positions. You know, like people inherently just want to be liked. You know, too. But
this is what I'll say, right?
Yeah, if you're in that position, that's not your position. You know, you can't give a crap if you get liked or not.
But I think that's anybody. I think that goes for everybody. I think it's important because there's this obsession, and I think social media and all things, because we talk about certain things like this and emotions. Like, they have a lot of things that come into play where like a lot of people just really want to be liked, and I realized that like the only way that you truly end up, because the person that, there's a saying, Mike Tyson quote, a friend to everyone is an enemy to himself. That's a quote that I live by. I had to start it about it because I was somebody that I wanted to be friends with everybody. I wanted everyone to like me. I was that person. It took me realizing that, oh shit, I'm getting to this place where everyone seems like they like me. And then I realized, oh shit, all these people I thought really fucked with me, they got this, they got that. They say all this stuff. Mind you, these people will hug me, show me love when they're in my face, dap me in my face. And then these are the same people that will go right behind my back and say a whole bunch of nonsense. I had to start realizing that I don't give a fuck anymore. Everyone has to have their breaking point. Now, what yours may be, I don't know. I reached my breaking point when, again, like I mentioned before, I lost my family. And I reached that breaking point then because I realized like I can't even be in a place where I can think about like the one person I really want to like me. I don't know, you know. It's not like my mom's gonna help me out figuring that out, right? So I had to realize at that moment, no one is more important than her. So if no one's more important than her, and if I can't find out what it is for her, why does anyone else's opinion matter? If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. I don't know what to tell you.
That's one thing I wanted to think, or that I wanted to bring up, and like, cause I almost, and I guess I'll go back to something that you mentioned about me, like when folks